Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So as you guys saw in my last video, I made a goal that over the coming 2 or 3 years, I hope to go on at least 100 blind dates. And the reason I chose that number is that I learned the statistic that 1 out of every 30 to 40 dates leads to a marriage, but I want a better than average marriage. And so I chose roughly 100 to 150 of them. And the last time around, I discovered the quickest way to do that is to offer a reward for anybody setting me up on a blind date. And so I've been thinking about the rewards I could offer. This time around, I offered a bismuth geode, and I instantly got a number of responses. So that was good. I'm glad I was able to do it with a relatively reachable reward. Right, I could give out 100 of those without too much of a problem. Right. So I'm going to do a fortune. Hopefully, bismuth prices don't go up before I complete the program. That's the only risk that I take. Right. But if it does, I'll find other things that I could give out. And if it does, I could still continue to give them out, right? Because I'll still have them, right? And people might appreciate it even more. So that won't be the end of the world either. So let's do some fortune tell about whether or not this date is going to go well. And the way the fortune tell works is that I draw cards until I hit a number 4, and the number of cards I draw before hitting the 4 is a sign of how well things are going to go, right? Because in Chinese, the number 4 sounds like the word for death. All right, let's go. That's one card, 2, 3, 4 cards, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight's the average, so we're already better than average now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards, but that's still higher than average. Oh, I calculated the probabilities of the fortune tell at one point. Let me see if I can find that. The probability of getting 13 cards without a 4, right? Because we did 13, and then the 14th card was a 4, was only 35.5%. So I'm okay with the date being in the top 35% of all dates. Right? That's fine, right? Especially since I'm going to be going on lots of these blind dates. I found that offering the bismuth geode as a reward got a lot more attention than the silver, but not too many Americans understand what silver even is, right? So, but most people can appreciate art. So that's good because it's a lot easier for me to come up with those bismuth geodes. Okay, so a little bit of background on why I love to do fortune telling. First of all, it's very accurate. I was getting ready for a job interview one day. I was sitting in my car and I decided to do fortune telling. And guess what? The first card was a 4. And long story short, during the interview, I discovered that the job culture is kind of toxic, so I didn't take it. Last week, before the other date, I did the fortune tell. I drew 16 cards that time, and it has gone beyond my wildest dreams. Right, this time I only drew 14, but we'll see. I was at I was getting ready for making bismuth art, and I did a fortune tell, and I drew 20 cards that time, and I had a pretty good session that time as well, and all the rest, right? The only thing is, I hesitate on asking things that I'm worried about because, for example, I'm definitely not going to do fortune tell on whether or not I'm going to get cancer or anything that I actually would fear, right? The blind date, even if I drew a 4 as the first card today, I wouldn't be too worried because I'll get to go on other dates, right? Once I actually do say I do to one of the blind dates that I go on, I definitely will hesitate about fortune telling about how that's going to go, right? I definitely would not want a fortune tell about how long I'm going to live, right? Because it's so accurate, and I'm going to psych myself out, right? But we can fortune tell about things that I'm not too worried about, right? So, for example, let's fortune tell about I got an art show on December 4th. Let's do a fortune tell on how much money I'm going to make there. All right, ready? Let's give it a good shuffle and do a fortune tell about how much money I'm going to make at the art show on December 4th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. But that's above average, right? See, the probability of getting 16 cards without a 4 is about 23.5% or so. So that was above average. But that's because I'm not too worried about, even if I don't make anything at the art show, it's not going to destroy me, right? I would definitely not want to ask how long I'm going to live, or am I going to get cancer? Right? That's something I'm not going to fortune tell. Although, to be fair, if I knew exactly how long I was going to live, a lot of things I could improve a lot of things. Right? My financial planning would change a lot. But of course, I don't know if my fortune tell is 100% accurate either, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.